think I have everything. I think I have everything. Hi! Hi, I think I have everything prepared to make KFC. I'm so nervous. How's everyone doing today? Oh my gosh. Okay, if you hear any loud noises from outside, I'm so sorry. I have to have my window open. I'm trying to keep as little grease from getting in my computer as possible today. But we will be frying things on stream. And I don't know how that's gonna go, but we're gonna try it. So welcome to Billie's kitchen, aka her table that's covered in paint, and even though it is clean, it does not look clean. You're good? You think you're catching a cold, but good? Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I hope it's not too bad. We all know Serena's been sick forever. Howdy, howdy, hi! It's good to see you again! I'm so excited. The hands add flavor, yes. The hands add so much flavor. I do have gloves today because we are going to be getting a little messy. But I don't think I'm going to need to put them on until we get to the eggs. I have a little bit of like a sensory thing with gloves where I hate when they feel like you're sweating in the gloves. I just hate it. I hate it. So I'm going to try to avoid wearing them until I have to, but I do have them. Right behind me. Aha. Big old box of gloves. So I'm kind of like, it's okay, it's just your nose giving you trouble. Oh, okay. Try a neti pot. I love those. They're like my favorite thing when I'm sick is to just like flush out all the boogies. Anyway, I'm talking about food. I think we're just gonna start by like making the gravy. So I read a couple copycat recipes in order, like in preparation for this. I'm probably going to have to resort to recipes because I want this to be perfect. We're gonna start with none though. I have a pan right here. It's nice and black, so I don't have to worry too much about all the crazy things. Let me roll my little food cart closer. Oh, I also have a giant thing of canola oil. Very important. What else do I have? What else do I have? I have a whole cart of things. So to make the gravy, apparently we're supposed to use beef and chicken cubes. You can see that I label the top of most of my spices because I store them low and I am not going to be tasked to bend down and look through my cabinet and sift through all the spices every time. So I like to label them. They're kind of gross though because I cook a lot. So the first order of business is we need a couple or like a beef cube, and I think 2 chicken cubes. Or through chicken to listen to BB King. I think the only BB King song I know is I'm 74 years young. That one. I don't remember the rest of it. But I know that one. Where's my mortar? I brought a mortar up. Did I lose it already? Where'd it go? How am I losing things already? We haven't even started. Okay, I guess that's fine. I guess that's... I brought it up. I brought it up. Where did it go? I want to crush these properly before mixing them in with the water because it's important. Hold on. 1 second. I'm just going to mute my mic while I look for it. It was behind the iPad. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I don't know how I didn't see that. But we have our mortar and pestle here. We talked about this on our kitchen gadget stream. How it comes in handy on a select few tasks, and apparently making KFC gravy is one of them. So we're going to take 2 chicken cubes. We can get it opened. And 1 beef cube. I don't know why the beef cube is necessary. I think when I was reading it said something about it just adds more flavor, like a slightly little more meaty flavor. But we're going to try that. And we're going to try our best to crush these up. I might if this is too loud, let me know and I'll mute my mic so that I'm not deafening you. Maybe if I take it off the table, it's a little less loud. The alchemy tools, yes! We gotta get this all ground up because it'll dissolve better in the water. Aha! And now we have a nice little chicken beef combination. I should probably grind it up a little more, but it'll dissolve. I did buy a little this thing. I don't know like the best way to show that for when we fry things and for boiling the water for our gravy. So we're gonna turn that on high. Did I plug it in? I haven't even plugged it in yet. Okay. Ugh. I have so much stuff in my way. Why do I always have stuff in my way? Oh no. Plug in. Oh, okay. We got it. We got it. We got it. We're cooking. We're cooking. Beef cubes do often have nice spices added to them. So I've never used this hot plate before. I did kind of buy it today because I kind of was like, I don't know how I'm going to fry chicken otherwise. I was thinking of using the air fryer, but I was like, that's not fried chicken. That's air fried chicken. There's a difference. So we're going to take our pot, and I brought some water. I should probably look up the recipe at this point because I don't know the quantities, and I feel like I'm missing something to thicken the gravy. Feels like there should be like, what's it called? There should definitely be like some sort of thickener, like flour or cornstarch. Aha. We got to start with butter. I forgot butter. I have butter, but I just forgot that I needed to grab it from my cooler. Boom. Butter. I have so much stuff prepared here. We're going to melt some butter. If I can bring everything to a more visible point. This feels dangerous. Is that somehow less dangerous? Probably. I don't know. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. No. I guess I'll narrate what I'm doing here. I don't wanna yeah. We're gonna, how much butter did it say? Coriander, the holy grail of meat. Is that what that is? Okay. How much butter? How much? It says melt butter. 4 tablespoons, so half a stick of butter. And we always use however much butter is recommended by the recipe. Sometimes more. Please narrate for us dum-dums. So half a stick of butter or 4 tablespoons will get melted. And I'll show you it when it's melted, but there's a lot of metal on here that I don't trust. So this is melting surprisingly fast. I will admit that I didn't think that this would get this hot this quickly, and I'm pleasantly surprised. How much is that in football fields? Not enough. Always use extra butter. So while that is melting down, we can talk about not really today's sponsor, but might as well be, which is copycat recipes. I love copycat recipes. They're really good. They are really good at figuring out what the heck is in all of the fast food stuff. I really like them. It's like copy K-A-T though. Copycat. I think the blog writer's name is Cat. So we melt the butter, add the, okay, so there is flour in this. 4 tablespoons of flour to be exact. But we have to melt the butter first. So while we're melting things, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I don't think it needs to be quite as high. We're going to sift out some flour into a tiny bowl, a plastic bowl, with our little Pillsbury flour. Where did I put the measuring cups? 4 tablespoons. I don't know how much that is. I'm gonna, like, I didn't bring my tablespoons up apparently, which is probably the worst move ever. But I did bring this up, and I'm gonna guess it's about that much, probably. The secret in the recipe of fast food is all that us folks are used to make ourselves. Yeah, that too, but also accent. MSG is the real secret to fast food. If you want your things to taste like fast food, always use the MSG. I don't know if it's healthy for you, but it's delicious. Okay, so we are gonna put this. I have an UV glove. It looks like a skeleton hand. I'm gonna put the butter on that because it's starting to brown a little more than I'd like, and we haven't gotten the rest of our spices ready. So we're gonna add to this some onion powder. I like onion powder. It says to add a half a teaspoon. Use your judgment. And then we need some black pepper, which I did grab. And I know that KFC gravy has a lot of black pepper in it. We also need, I think that's it. That's pretty much it. We could add some salt, is what it says, but there's also a lot of salt in the bouillon cubes, so we might add salt later just for taste. You don't want to oversalt your gravy because that's how it gets gross. Okay, so we add this into there. Oh, we have to dissolve the cubes. Well, okay. We're gonna just add the water now. And I'm gonna add about that much. Hope that was right. That's a 1/4 cup. I think that's about a 1/4 cup. That might have been more than a 1/4 cup. We can cook it down. We can cook it down. It'll be fine. So we'll mix all that up. And then we basically have, I think you call this a slurry when you have watered down flour because it'll thicken up when you hit it to a hot enough temperature. So this is cooled down a little bit. I'll put the pan back on. And as soon as that butter starts bubbling up a little bit more, I'm going to add this back in. And hopefully I'll be able to show you that part. Oops. I think I gotta minimize that while I'm doing this as well. Just a little bit. Okay, I turned it down a little too low. We're learning. We're learning how to use this. I thought it would be the exact same as an electric stove, but it looks like it takes a little longer to cool down. A little bit faster than the electric stove. This smells really good. I kind of want to eat this, but I don't think you're supposed to eat raw flour. But it smells really good. Okay. The butter's starting to warm up a little bit, so we're gonna pour this in slowly. We're gonna pour, oh, sorry, I hit my mic. We're gonna pour this in slowly while whisking. And we're gonna boil that down a little bit so that, until it gets a little thicker. How long does it say? For 1 to 2 minutes. So only 1 or 2 minutes for it to thicken up. That's really not that bad. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got gravy. That was a very quick gravy. Okay. It looks a little thick. I have a tendency to do this with my gravy. I might need to add water later, but we'll let that sit over on the side for now. Where do I put this? We're gonna bring that back down over here. And then I'm gonna find a spot to put this. Probably on the UV glove. Probably just back on the UV glove. So the next step, we're gonna make some coleslaw. And we're gonna turn off our burner because I am very afraid of that thing catching my entire house on fire and myself. Hopefully it won't. I think we'll be okay. I am an adult. I know how to use cooking tools, but at the same time, I'm me, and we all know how my attention span is. So, coleslaw, yeah. We've got our cutting board. That is clean, even though it looks gross. It's just stained. I use my cooking tools. We're gonna grab the cabbage. Where did you get the coal for the slaw? I mined it. I mined it all myself. And then we have, this bag has celery in it. I don't think we need to add the celery, but we do need to add the carrots. We have some buttermilk, which is pretty important to this recipe. Buttermilk is like what gives KFC coleslaw its KFC coleslaw taste. And then we have a whole bunch of spices and stuff off to the side. I think I forgot the mayonnaise. I'm pretty sure there's mayonnaise in this, and I'm pretty sure I forgot it. So I might need to run down in a little bit to get that, but we don't need it yet, so we'll worry about that when we get there. We're gonna pluck the first couple leaves off the cabbage. Probably fine, but was just rolling around in my fridge for a while. Okay. And I think you should just be able to, like the same way as a head of lettuce with the cabbage, you're supposed to just be able to... That? No? Okay, that didn't work. Sorry for the jump scare. That didn't work. So we're gonna cut that part off. All that's been on this knife is butter, which is probably not good for the cabbage, but you know, I'm not that worried about it. And we're not gonna make a full head's worth of coleslaw. We're probably gonna make about that much cabbage worth of coleslaw. Gonna use the rest of this for corned beef and cabbage later. Very good. Okay. And then, your heart, I'm so sorry. I should have thought about that as I was doing it. I didn't think about it that much. But yeah. Sorry. At least I only tried it once. I thought about trying it again, and I was like, no, Billie, control yourself. Jump scare in a comfy cooking stream, always. What would a Billie stream be without her jump scaring herself and others? Should have my fingers curled in there so I don't chop them off, but that's fine. We have a bowl over here. We are gonna pop all our cabbage in. It's probably too big of a bowl. I'm gonna use the slightly smaller bowl, but not the smallest. I found this thing that I forgot to talk about on my kitchen gadget stream, but it's really cool. It's if you put your knife in it like this, and then you can wipe all the weird stuff off of it. You don't really need it for cabbage, but it comes in handy for meat and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna cut up the rest of this. That was way too thick. There we go. You want it finely chopped. Usually I just pop this in the chopper, but I already did enough loud noises, so we won't use the chopper until we get to the onions and the carrots. And I'll stand further away from the chopper so that, yeah. Kind of getting this all over my table. Kinda don't care since it's only cabbage. I never said I was neat. Billie Mays here with the Chopper 3000. Oh my gosh, we should do a Billie Mays stream. It's still May, right? March, April, May. It's still May. Oh, we should do a Billie Mays stream where I talk about all of my favorite things. But wait, there's more. Okay, so we have a big bowl of cabbage that we're gonna put behind the camera so that it's out of the way. And we are going to cut our onion in half. I kind of want to use a sweet onion rather than a white onion. Pretty sure the recipe calls. For a white onion, but I like sweet onions, and I think it works a little bit better. Okay. And we're going to cut this just in half. And put that to the side to be stored for later. And I'm going to cut it, like, score it this way to peel this. Because I don't want that skin. And I also don't want that part, but I'm going to cut around it. So you can see I created several fine cuts there. I'm going to also create several fine cuts here. And then I can just pick out any of the skin that I don't know how I missed earlier. Ew. And dice. And then we're gonna just like, how do we get this? Like, look at that. That was neat, right? I didn't have to touch my knife and nearly cut my fingers off. I found it for 50 cents. I don't know, man. I think it's just looking cool. Okay. I think, yeah, that's all the onion we're going to use because this is kind of like really yellow. It doesn't show up on camera how yellow that is, but it's don't look very good. It slices, it dices. Yes. I don't know. I like it. I like it. I also have like this little bar of aluminum soap that I wash my hands with after I cut onions because the aluminum pulls the sulfur smell out of your hands for some reason. I don't know why, but it works. Fun fact, you can also use it on stanky pits, and it works. I don't know why. I don't understand the science, but I'm here for it. Okay. How do we get all of this? Me not wanting to cut my hands off. Okay. And then I'm just going to give it a shaky shake. If you hold one end still and you like jiggle the other end of the bowl, it'll give you like a nice little rotating thing going. Actually, I think I can show you this if I'm a little smarter about something. Okay. You'll see it better when there's carrots in it. You can switch directions, but everything's mixed now. Just with a little shaky shake. Also, my fly is halfway down. Why is that? Whoops. Carrot time. Aluminium. 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 I don't know, man. I don't know how to say my words. A lot of the British people said aluminium. Okay. What next? What next? Carrots. Why do I keep losing my train of thought? Oh my goodness. Where is my plug? I have multiple extension cords coming in here through other areas of my house because I learned the hard way that if you plug multiple things in at once while you're running your computer, you will blow a fuse and your stream will keep going, but you're not there. And we don't want that to happen again. So I think this one's plugged into my bedroom, and then the other one's plugged into our other office. Where is the cord for this? We're going to use our little chopper to do the food processing. Make sure it's off. And I will stand a little further away when it comes time for this, but you remember that? Yeah. Okay, so we have these carrots. They're kind of frozen together because I don't eat carrots often enough to not freeze them. So we're gonna pour like that many in there, and I'm gonna put like a stalk of celery for flavor. For flavor. I think I also need vinegar. I think I forgot vinegar, but I could be wrong about that. I might just be thinking because buttermilk. I don't know. Then we put that on, and I lower my mic volume so I don't deafen you. Why is it not working? Did I turn my light off in the bedroom? Is that why? Yep. Okay. I had to turn off the turn on the light. Because if that light is off, then the plug is off. But okay. Cool. That is all blended. And we can put the chopper away, because I think we're done with it. We might need it later, but for now we're done with it. And I should check the recipe and make sure I haven't forgotten anything at this point, but the celery didn't chop as well as the carrots. Okay, since the celery didn't chop as well, I'm just going to take it out and say screw it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. There's obviously not that many carrots in KFC coleslaw, but there is carrots in it, so it's like very important to get the flavors accurate. I'll add celery salt to this, and it'll give it the celery flavor. That'll be fine. But I don't think they have carrot salt. Wait, why am I mixing it like this? Here we go. Now we can actually see a better version of the shaky shake. Boom. And it already looks kind of like KFC coleslaw. We just definitely need to get some moisture in there. I forgot to unlock my door. So hopefully, we're probably going to hear the garage door opener soon. But we're going to ignore that. Oh, boom, boom, boom. And we're going to cut our chicken. Or no, I need the mayonnaise, I think. I'm going to look up the recipe. I'm at this point at a loss for words. I don't know what I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting something. KFC coleslaw. Kitchen tools are so badass for real, bro. Yes. Yes. Where is it? You know what I don't like is how every cooking blog puts like a 4-paragraph essay about what the meal is before before you can get to the actual recipe. Oh, I forgot the sugar. That's going to be important. Don't omit sugar. Chill overnight. I should probably chill it overnight, but it'll be fine as long as we can get this cooked. Come on, get to the recipe. Get to the recipe. Yeah, mayonnaise. Okay, I will be right back. I need mayonnaise. Bum, bum, bum. I have returned. I have returned with the sugar and the mayonnaise and the lemon juice because there were multiple things I forgot. Go figure. All my recipes are so frustrating at times. Like, just give me a list of what I need. Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't care that your great-grandmother twice removed once used this recipe to feed John Paul Revere. Like, I don't care. What I do care about is making good coleslaw. So, for that, and I just put the recipe away. Why did I do that? Look at the coleslaw in shot here. We need a half cup of mayonnaise. And I'm going to probably wing that because I've been winging everything a little bit. A half cup of mayonnaise. That's... I'm going to need more mayonnaise. It's probably good, right? Yeah. Okay, and then we need a quarter cup of buttermilk, which I don't actually have buttermilk, but I have the buttermilk powder that you mix with water, and then boom, instant buttermilk. So we use 4 tablespoons per cup, so we need a tablespoon of this plus a quarter cup of water, which I didn't bring a tablespoon, so we're gonna wing it. It's probably more than a tablespoon. Oops. Still gonna be delicious. I'm not that worried about it. And then like a quarter cup of water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, I think. And then we need, I forgot the vinegar. I specifically said I'm gonna need the vinegar, and I forgot the vinegar. But we have all of that, and then we need the sugar, which we're just gonna put in a clump. Your girlfriend wants you to make some chow mein. Ooh, chow mein is so good. Yeah, but you definitely do not need the life biography. Hold on. Watch this. Mr. Goose! What? Can you bring me some vinegar, please? Yes, please. Apple cider vinegar. Thank you. I don't have to go back downstairs. Thank you, Mr. Goose. I got the most silent and like cute little thumbs up, like okay. Put that in there. Close my office door because my dog keeps coming in here. If you hear the tippy tappies, that would be my dog. She's the cutest thing ever. Mr. Goose did save the day. Okay, so it looks a little wet and sloppy, but it's kind of supposed to because it needs to like absorb into the cabbage. Oof. And I would cover this with saran wrap, but I don't have that, and I'm not gonna bug him. So we're gonna put that back there and fix my screen. And then we need to make chicken. So in order to make the chicken, we've got to cut it first. And we got to chop it up karate style. Because I bought chicken breasts and I could not find tenders. I don't know why my store was not selling tenders today. I don't know. I cannot explain it. The way that they stock my grocery store is ridiculous. Lewd. I hope not. Paper towels. Oh, chicken breast. That's why. I was like, what's lewd? We're talking about the breast. Oh yeah, so we gotta fondle our breast first. And you know, hold them while we're running up the stairs. I gotta get some paper towel because I just touched the chicken with all of my hand for a joke, and I didn't realize the repercussions of my actions would be sticky chicken hands. I should have noticed that. Should have thought about that. We're gonna cut, and we're gonna get the carrot off of there. Now that we've cut all our vegetables, we can confidently cut the meat up and not have to worry about like cross-contamination. You always fall to your breast, don't worry. Good. You gotta check for lumps. There is a giant piece of fat here, though. We're gonna get rid of that. Toss it in my trash can. I came well-equipped, sort of, not really, but sort of well-equipped. And we want to have some big tenders. That one's more of a popcorn chicken piece because of where it was just like hanging off. But we want some big tenders so that we can have juicy tenders. Aha. So, big ol' strips. I only bought 2 breasts. I think that'll be enough to get my point across of KFC. I'm making a lot more tenders than I thought. Two breasts is the perfect amount. Imagine if I had 3. Oh my gosh. That's what I want to see next. I want to see like a VTuber with 3 boobs. That'd be great. Message redacted. Oh no. Let's see. I need to put these in a bowl of buttermilk. That is the important next steps. So we're gonna wipe our hands, even though that is not nearly sanitary enough. And we're gonna make some buttermilk over in a bowl, kind of to the side. Kind of. Let's see if I can get it in shot. Yeah. I'll just stand up for this. We're gonna pour in a bunch of buttermilk and a bunch of water. You should probably read whatever packaging of items you're using to know how much to measure for, but I don't like reading or measuring, as we've determined. I just do what I want. I go with the flow. Heck yeah. I wish I used the smaller whisk for the gravy and the bigger whisk for this, but it's okay. We've got the little mini whisk. And then once that is all set up, we are going to put our dirty dishes in the dirty dish container, trying to be more organized here, and throw all of our chicken in here. We want to make sure it's all coated, and we're going to let that rest while we work on our potatoes, because we want the buttermilk to kind of soak into that. I should probably wash my hands, but my hands are too covered in stuff to mute things. Okay, we're just gonna wipe them off and pretend. No, I'm gonna wash my hands because the potatoes aren't getting cooked again. I already cooked the potatoes partially. I need to wash my hands. Bum, bum, bum. But this is why I was supposed to use the gloves. Oh no, my battery's dying. How are you not plugged in? How are you not plugged in? Boom. Okay, we're plugged in. We're good to go. I brought gloves up here so that I wouldn't have to leave and wash my hands every 20 seconds, but apparently, I'm dumb, and I forgot about them again. Bom, bom, bom. Gotta grab these. We're gonna put them right in front of my face. So if I forget about them, you can make fun of me the next time I go to touch this chicken. But in the meantime, oh no, did I use all my balls? Did I use all my balls? I kind of did. I kind of did. Oh no. Oh no, what do I do? I used all my balls. I guess we're gonna use the gravy bowl again. We're gonna use the gravy bowl again. We're gonna use a fresh paper towel and wipe out the gravy mixture. Because, like, if a little bit of potato or gravy flavor is in our potatoes, it's not the end of the world. Not the balls. No, I have big balls, okay? I just ran out of bowls. There's a difference. I got great big old balls. I should move this chicken cutting board out of the way now that it's contaminated, huh? So we're gonna put that over there. Why do my eyes keep going like... Whatever. KFC potatoes don't have the skins. So, I mean, I should probably pick off some of these skins, but here's the thing. I baked these potatoes, so the skins are delicious, and they're salty, and really good. They taste like French fries. So we're gonna just throw our potatoes in this bowl and mash them like this. It's a little bit off of the brand. You're back to do your balls. Yeah, we were talking about my massive balls. And how what's the word I'm looking for? Incredible they are. I was trying to think of like indefensible, but I don't think that's a word. You heard them right, big old balls. So we're just gonna squish these up and make as many noise as we want as we just squish up our taters. And if you boil your potatoes for mashed potatoes and you don't bake them, what are you doing? Why? Why are you boiling the flavor out of your potatoes? Why are you not getting the nice, yummy, yummy chicken? So good. We're going to have to add some half and half. I thought I showed on the screen, but apparently I didn't. I usually like to add butter here, but my butter's not melted, so I don't know if I should. Because you're lazy. But baking the potatoes. If you bake, okay, so I buy a bag of potatoes at the beginning of the week, and I'll bake all the potatoes, and then I'll turn like a few into mashed potatoes, and then we'll have twice baked potatoes and Hasselback potatoes, or a potato like, what do you call them when you just like roast them with other stuff? If you par-bake your potatoes, it's so good. Those already look pretty good. I do want to add butter. Where did I put the butter? I didn't put the butter back in the cooler. Did I put it over to the side? Of course, that's exactly where it belongs. I no longer have a knife, so we're gonna have to use a fork to cut our butter because I'm lazy. I kind of, I should open it first. That would help. Cut our butter. Ooh, at least the table's clean, sort of. I washed it before we got started. And mash your butter into the taters. This is a very good arm workout if you've never mashed taters before by hand. It's a fabulous arm workout. It's a good way to even out your left arm. I'm hoping that joke went over everybody's head, but it probably did not. Let's see. And we take a bite. And it's good. It needs salt. It needs salt. And it needs MSG. Quite a bit of MSG. And we're going to add a little bit of pepper. Not much, just a little bit. This is like so hard to keep in the camera frame and mash confidently, but I think that's good. I think that's tatery. It might need just a little bit more half and half. If your guests don't like pepper or garlic, they aren't guests anymore. Yeah, accurate. Accurate. These are so good. It's so good. Okay, we gotta put that to the side. And I still have a whole bunch of potatoes that I baked, but I think honestly, like, this is enough potatoes for 2 people. So we'll put that over there. And our chicken's been sitting for a little bit. We should probably prepare our seasoning for them. What am I gonna do now? I need another bowl. I was trying to avoid getting another bowl, but here, you can look at the chicken, the beautiful chicken, and I'm gonna go. I know, right? The chicken's so beautiful. Hi, I'm back. So we have to make our what do you call it? Batter. Our dredge. You gotta dredge the chicken. So let me go back to fried chicken recipe. And a little bit of chicken fry. Cold beer on a Friday night. Let's see. Add them to the buttermilk mixture. Yep. To bread the chicken, remove from the buttermilk, shake off excess, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we need flour. 2 cups. A lot of flour. Also got to move my iPad so it tracks my face. Okay. That's less than a cup. We got 2 cups. That might be a little more than 2 cups, but it's fine. And then we have to put in some salt because we have to remember that KFC has 11 herbs and spices. So they want salt and celery salt. I currently forgot. How did I forget regular salt? We're just going to put a little extra celery salt in. And then MSG. Some pepper. Some onion powder. Paprika. I don't know why it's all clumpy. It must have gotten moisture in here. There we go. That's probably good enough. Oregano. I usually use the Mexican oregano for things, but I'm just using plain old boring oregano for this one. Sure. And we're going to put a little bit of thyme. Oh, that's what pepper. A little bit of thyme. Why is this not open? I've never used thyme before. I must have ran out of time and bought myself some more time. So as well as black pepper, you do need white pepper. Oop, that's probably a little too much. This might be a little spicy. We like a little bit of spicy. And then, oh wait, no, that was the thyme. Okay, that was the thyme, so that's probably fine. We'll be a little more gentle with the white pepper. We need basil. A little bit of ground mustard and some ginger. Half of my seasonings have been replaced recently, and I don't know which ones. So this one's the mustard. This one is ginger. And then, last but not least, oh, oops, we almost forgot garlic. That would have been bad. We need some garlic in here. And we need some parsley. I'm going to use a little bit of parsley, though. I used a lot of oregano. And we're going to give that a little toss. No, we're not going to give that a toss because that would be silly. We're going to wipe off our buttermilk whisk and whisk in our seasonings. Okay. In the meantime, while we whisk this, we are going to turn our burner back on and grab a pan and fill that bad boy about like a half of the way with oil. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. I have so many spices on my counter right now. And I have a little sifter, so like at the end of this, I am going to reuse this oil for frying. I don't know if anybody at home does that, but I like to reuse frying oil. As long as I don't have anybody who's gluten-free coming over anytime soon. Glug, glug, glug. Okay. Put this over here. While that heats up, we'll give this a couple more mixes. You want to make sure when you grab your chicken, you're getting as much of the buttermilk off of the chicken as possible. You don't want it to be like dripping too much in your batter. But you do want it to be a little wet. There is a method to this where you do one hand in the dry and one hand in the wet. If you figure out a good way of doing that, let me know. Because I always, by the time I'm done, have got it all over both hands. Even though I try to do wet and dry hand. 2-week-old bottle of reused oil. Perfect! Reduce, reuse, recycle. Honestly, sometimes I like to double dredge my chicken. I don't know. We might do that today because I like to get a nice thick crust, a crusty crust. You usually want them to rest a little bit too before you put them in the oil. So we're actually kind of doing this at a good time. Trying to shake off as much of that buttermilk as I can without getting chicken juices all over my computer. That would be nice. Feeling decadent, are we? Yeah. You need that like nice crispy KFC thickness. Double dredged decadence. Okay. We're gonna let that sit there for a minute. Our oil's still heating up. I forgot the gloves. They're literally right here. I forgot the gloves. At least I didn't lose a nail. Hi, Kat. How you doing today? We're trying to make fried chicken. You're showering, so you got here late. That's okay. That's okay. I clearly need to shower. I have this all over my hands. I think we're gonna double dredge. Where we're gonna just toss it back in the buttermilk very carefully, like get as much off. Kind of give it a toss back and forth. Let's go, fried chicken! Yeah! You know, my brain's fried all the time, so I figured we might as well fry some chicken so I'm not the only fried poultry on this stream. Toss, toss, toss. It's almost like a pizza dough. It's honestly, it feels really fun to squish chicken when it's covered in things like this. You know how chicken usually has like a really gross texture? Like this gets rid of a lot of that gross texture. Nail in the KFC. I haven't lost any yet. I'm surprised, but I haven't lost any yet. I did grab a thermometer so we can temp the oil. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I don't think it needs to be quite so high. I also have an oil net to catch it because we don't want splatter everywhere. As soon as that starts bubbling, I'm going to put the net on. Okay. Yeah. I acknowledge that it's probably going to happen, but I don't think it'll happen right now because I think this batter is kind of like encasing them in. It's almost like drywalling my nails to my fingers. So we're going to give the chicken that's in the buttermilk a slight little toss. And then we're going to just stick it back in here. Heck yeah. And you can kind of see, well, once I show you this next one, can kind of see how much whiter that is. It's got less of the chicken color on it because it's just a thicker layer of flour. Your breast fondle technique is on point. Thank you. Thank you. I know what women want. To really love a woman, you gotta fondle her. That's a Bryan Adams song. It's totally a Bryan Adams song. Those are the exact lyrics, and you should look it up. A little surprised that adds some spice. Yeah. Gotta get all of our pieces fully coated. I am gonna have to wash my hands after this. There's no way I can just wipe this off. And my fingers look swollen with batter. We're gonna just like get all that juice off. Try to get that in the flouriest parts of the flour. Aha. Okay. What if I just scrape some of this batter off my hands? It's all over my hands. It's all over my hands. I'm just gonna try to get some of this off because I don't even think I can turn my sink on like this. Okay. BRB. No. Ugh. My hands, they're covered. I know my mic is on. Don't worry about me. Okay. Why is this not coming off my hands? I'm back. I didn't go anywhere. I totally did not disappear off into the void. It's a part of me now. Yeah, I like really didn't want to go away. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is starting to boil now, so we want to get this a little bit hotter. Or not boil, but bubble. I don't know if you call oil bubbling or boiling. We're going to get all of our spices kind of out of the way. And just be very careful about everything. The mayonnaise can go. The mayonnaise can go in here. The parsley. I do have some cheese. I just realized I probably wanted egg in this mixture, but I guess this is egg free. The oil is sweating. Yeah, a little bit. Taking a minute. Oh, is that wait, that's the term. Okay, that makes sense. I totally forgot what I asked. Okay, let's see. Put that down. I have so much stuff everywhere. Oh my gosh, how do people do this? I have like a dish or a container for dirty dishes, but like it's not big enough to contain all the things. And I'm sorry, I just hit my mic. I don't know why I keep putting my hand over the oil as if that's going to tell me it's hot enough. I need to get my thermometer handy. A thermometer is a very important kitchen tool. I will say that like it is probably one of the most important tools you can have in your kitchen. I don't remember how to turn this one on. Like that? Yeah. I don't want the timer. I want temperature. Aha. So we want it to be, I think they said 350. It's either 350 or 310 degrees. I'll double check before I'm set. But we want it to be pretty piping hot. Let's see. 327, 320, 335. So when we put this in the oil, we'll see it's currently at 131. Oh, 225, 266. We're getting up there pretty quickly. Oh, we're perfect. We're perfect. It's between 300 and 350. So for where I want to be to Google it, kind of perfect. New respect for chefs. We gotta know our stuffs. Yeah, 350 degrees is the ideal temperature for frying chicken. So I don't want that thermometer to touch the bottom. We're at 345. I'm going to say that's close enough, but I'm going to back down the heat a little bit so that it doesn't get any hotter. And now since I washed my hands, I'm going to be smart and put on the gloves, even though I washed my hands, but they're still, I didn't do a very good job because I was trying to be quick. But we're ignoring that. We're ignoring that. The flour is so caked on, it's like glue. Okay. So we're going to shake off as much of this as we can. And when we put the chicken in the oil, we are going to try to be very careful. You can kind of hear a little bit of a sizzle. Gloves, yep, it's cooking time. And I think I can fit a second piece in there, but we don't want to overcrowd the oil. It's going to take about 6 minutes for the tenders to go. But if you put it in slowly, you get less flour in your pan. And then you get this beautiful oil shot. I don't know why my camera won't do it. There we go. Ignore all the craft supplies hidden in the back. And everything falling around me. Including this shield to not get oil everywhere. Yeah, great shots. I am a little worried that, like, I didn't. Oh, okay. I gotta get this out of the way because I have to get. I remembered something important. We need a tray to put these on. So we're gonna lower that so that you can see the tray that I'm gonna pull out as we move our extra potatoes, sure, into the office chair. And we're gonna grab this. This is our tray. We have a baking sheet lined with foil and then covered with a cookie sheet, which will allow the oil to drip off of the chicken very nicely. The chicken party. I've got a nice set of long tongs to grab the chicken with because, as dumb as I am, I will not be sticking my hand in there. They're kind of covered in flour now. We're going to check our chicken. It's starting to fry up. It's starting. It's looking more like Chinese chicken fingers at the moment than Kentucky Fried Chicken. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to have to reheat the gravy for sure. The gravy's looking a little sad. It's kind of looking like paste. I think with reheating it, adding a little bit of water will fix it. And a little bit of chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio. Yeah, chicken fry. We're going to try to flip it to the best of our ability because it is a little hard to flip. I want to get the thermometer back in there. Make sure our temperature is consistent and that the chicken didn't bring down the oil temp too much. I kind of brought it down a little bit. It's okay. We gotta keep an eye on it. It's not looking too bad though. It's not looking too bad. I'm like pretty impressed with it so far. This could all be way worse. Ba, ba, ba. That doesn't want to stay in there. Oh my gosh, this is such a helpful thing though because like I cannot stand getting splattered with grease. I just can't. I can't handle it. Got high gloves and ready to roll. I don't know. I just keep wanting to check it. You're not supposed to play with the chicken too much. But I just keep wanting to check it. I probably should have let it rest a little longer before putting it in. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to move the vinegar away from me so I don't spill it. I don't know how much longer this needs. Homemade fast food is not that fast. No, no. This is why, despite being able to make it at home, you never have it at home. Fast in my mouth though. Yeah, I'll eat this in like 10 seconds flat, guaranteed. It's gonna be so yummy. It's gonna be so yummy. We're starting to get, I probably shouldn't take it out to show you, but we're starting to get a little bit of golden. It's a good thing we double dredged because the batter is not as thick as I would have liked it to be. That's fine. I'm so hoping that grease doesn't get on my computer. Like, I'm putting so much faith in this thing. What's your favorite fried chicken? Do you like Popeyes or KFC better? I don't really know. The waiting is worthy, otherwise we would eat the chicken raw. Yeah. Well, no, because then that's salmonella. You're waiting to get salmonella, aren't you? Okay, okay. I see. I see. Don't have any of them where you live? Oh. Well, what kind of? Oh, well, I don't know if that's a doxing question to ask what kind of fried chicken you have. Hmm. Do you like thinly battered fried chicken, or do you like thickly battered fried chicken with lots of crunchies? Apparently, the trick to getting you have a KFC but you never went, makes sense. Every time I go to KFC, they get my order wrong, and it's like, how hard is it to get one of the items on your menu exactly as it comes correct? The coleslaw is the best part of KFC, in my opinion. It's good. You don't know why it's bad in America. Quality control, maybe. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, America's interesting. You like the crunchy kind? Me too. I like crunchy. I like it to be super crunchy and crispy. Honestly, I'm always disappointed because my grocery store will have fried chicken like ready to go every day of the week, but it's never crispy. It's always soggy because it's been sitting under a hot light, and it makes me sad because I'm like, what could have been? What could have been? You have curry KFC. That sounds really good. Do you like dip chicken in curry there? We dip it in potatoes here. Okay, I don't know if that's done. I'm a little scared. It says it takes 6 minutes, and it's been longer than 6 minutes. So I think they're done, and it's looking pretty KFC-y. I can't tell with my lighting. I think that's done. What temperature does chicken have to cook to? Like 145? It's very hot. Do not touch. The batter is. Ooh, interesting. That sounds really good. That 196. Hmm. I don't know if he's here. I think that's probably good. I don't want to dry out our chicken. I'm gonna hope it's good. Potential salmonella. We're gonna get that one in there. We're gonna shake off another one. I'm gonna pop these in. And I think we're only gonna do these four. We'll do a 4-piece meal. I should have done a 3-piece. Would have made more sense. I don't know. I think they look kind of crunchy. They look kind of crispy. It looks like it could be a KFC variety. What do we think? What do we think? Did I overcook my chicken? I wish the color balance got how brown they are. Honestly, you don't like the crunchies very much. Bad gums. Oh, that makes sense. I'm sorry. Do you like just breaded and grilled chicken then? Oh, I love the crunchies though. I love the crunchies. I'm gonna give our coleslaw a mix just because it's been sitting for a minute. And I want to make sure the moisture kind of gets all throughout our coleslaw. It's looking pretty promising. It's looking pretty promising if it'll focus, except for all that liquid that's like pooling. It's pretty promising. Mostly like that. Oh. I can't believe I was able to fry chicken on stream and not die or burn down my house yet. I mean, we're not done yet, so like I should count my chickens before they hatch, or fry my chickens before they hatch, I guess. I don't know what metaphor we want to use here today. Yet, yes, I'm aware that there's a very real possibility that I could burn down my house at any given moment. Power hasn't gone out either. I think I nailed the process of running extension cords all throughout my hallway. We got one in the bathroom, one in the bedroom. They're everywhere. Fire's good when it's controlled. Fire's good when you're the one setting it, but not starting it. Does that make sense? It's good to set fires. It's not good to accidentally start fires. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Please don't go lighting anything on fire. Give those a little adjustment. Unless it burns you. Your thing's your life. Yeah. Yeah. I've got way too many dolls in here to get out. If this place catches fire, all my dolls are gonna melt. Too late, house on fire. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if, like, my basement's burning. Just, it would be my luck. It would be my luck. Oh my gosh, I want to bite into this, but I know it's way too hot, and I shouldn't touch it yet. But I want to, because it looks really good. And the longer it sits, the browner it gets, and I'm like, oh, it looks so crispy. Does it pass the fork test? Oh, it does, it does, it does. Hold on, let me put this up to me. And when you scratch, do you hear the fork test? Hold on, can I unclip my mic? Chicken ASMR. Did I accidentally turn my mic off while I was doing that? Chills. If we have a house fire, I think that's when we'd be roasting weenies. Or s'mores. S'mores. We should make s'mores. Oh my gosh. What if I just started like a little mini fire here in like a can and then we roasted s'mores on stream? That'd be fun. You can see there's so much oil like all over my desk right now. Really hoping that it doesn't ruin it. Okay, we're gonna toss that chicken a little. Fondle those boobies. Give it some tender, loving care. Boom, boom, boom. I can't wait to eat these mashed potatoes. Like, okay, so we have potatoes. A reminder that we have the potatoes. We have scary looking gravy. Like, this gravy looks kind of really scary, and we need to water it down because that looks like dog food. And coleslaw, wherever that went. But I showed that one recently, so it's okay. The potatoes I'm going to give a little bit of extra squish while we wait for our chicken. Chicken. I never know what to do when things are going too well because I'm like always prepared for everything to be on fire and like just like not literally, even just like figuratively, and then things go okay and I'm like, what? Wallpaper glue looks yummy. I don't know about that. Oh, are you talking about this wallpaper glue? Oh, the potatoes, the gravy. Honestly, they all kind of look like glue. Boom. I'm doing like my little chicken dance that you can't even see, but like it goes something like this, where it's like, and then I have my little chicken wings going. So that's my chicken dance. If you wonder why it sounds like I'm moving, but you can't see me moving, it's me doing the chicken dance. It's also why sometimes I get randomly winded, because I'll be just like dancing while talking. Wearing fire protection, extinguisher on your holster, essentials in your bag, ready to run. Yes. We dance. Oops. Totally just whacked my chair. So this chicken is not grilling as fast as this chicken, as you can see. It's still got a minute. But I want to heat up our gravy, so it needs to cook faster. I don't think I can realistically, and I can turn it up a little higher. I can turn it up just a little higher. It'll be fine. I don't know. Okay, I did. I was like, I don't think I brought a plate up, but I did bring a plate. I'm smart. I remembered something. I'm a little nervous for tomorrow's stream because the thing that I had planned that was super cool is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. So I planned a second thing that's like pretty cool. It's just like, I don't know, like it's like it was one less cool point than the other thing. And I'm a little disappointed, but like I do have a plan for tomorrow and I'm still going to announce something, but I'm just like, The essentials include the acoustic guitar, of course. If you ever have a house fire, you got to grab all the instruments. Honestly, if I were to have a house fire, I don't know what I'd grab besides my pets. I'd be grabbing my pets and running. They're the most important things. I've got potatoes all over my potato masher that do not want to come off. The potatoes taste good though. They taste good. Like really good. Like now I just want to eat all these mashed potatoes good. Come on. Cook! Cook, you bastard! Cook! Why you leave the bag at the ready 24/7? Yeah. We had those fire drills in school where they were like where they tell you what to do at home, and they'd be like, make sure your family practices fire drills like every couple months so your kids know what to do. My mom was like, I don't care. She was like, we live in a 1-story house. If our house catches fire and you can't figure out how to get out, you're an idiot. And it was like, oh, okay, Mom, thanks. We weren't a very prepared household. Sorry, I just licked potato off my arm, so if you saw my face tracking go like really weird, I had potato all over me. It's good now. You watch firefighter movies and just never stop thinking, how could I save my cats from a fire if shit goes out? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like watching firefighter movies is almost scarier than watching horror movies because the scenarios are so realistic. And it's always like, that could be me. That could be me. Same with like Law and Order SVU. I don't know why Law and Order SVU gives me the heebie-jeebies. I can watch regular Law and Order, but Law and Order Special Victims, I'm like, no. Cats aren't dumb enough to stick around for a fire. That's fair. But sometimes they get trapped. You lack that knowledge back in school. It was the good old fire everyone for themselves. Yeah. I remember telling my mom one day, if we ever have a fire, where do we meet up? And she's like, what do you mean, where do we meet up? And I'm like, well, if we have a fire, no. Like, she's like, we don't meet up, we run outside. And I'm like, so what do you, would you grab me? And she's like, of course I would grab you. But like, and I don't know. I just think she's underprepared. I think she's underprepared. And I think it's kind of like funny, not funny, because I know somebody who died in a fire. So like the fact that she was just like, it's fine. It's like, yeah, Mom, can we be more prepared? Okay, I think. Oh, look at that. We've got the crispy, crunchy chicken. I don't know why there's just like a piece of batter hanging off of that. We're going to turn that off because I'll fry the rest of the chicken later. Gosh, and this part's hot. And then we're gonna I'm gonna bring the hot oil downstairs and put it on my stove because I foresee a terrible accident happening, and I want to prevent that. Uh, you're scared that they would try to hide from the fire and get under somewhere dangerous. Yeah. Mentally prepared for a number of situations. You could say you're a bit paranoid. That's okay. Every time I walk into a room, I'm like, what could I use as a weapon if I needed to? The premium piece. If there's a fire, I ain't saving nobody. Your grandma. Oh my god. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta get rid of this oil. Oof. It's very hot and I'm afraid it's gonna spill it. My husband just went, how did you heat up that oil? He was like, how did you make fried chicken in your office? And I was like, I got a burner. And he's like, oh, okay. I thought you got one, and I'm really glad you did. I was just like very confused because I only knew you had a skillet. Like, yeah, no, I bought a burner. And we're gonna add a little bit of water to this gravy and try to thin it out because it looks disgusting. So it looks delicious with your mind. It's rare to find people who actively think of alternative uses for objects around them. I do that all the time. I do it a lot. That's why I always keep a water bottle. I have a couple of these in a few different colors. It's big and it's got a handle. And it's not a Stanley because I don't care about name brands, but it's just a big heavy water bottle that I keep full. And like if I whack somebody in the head with that, they're done. I also sleep with a machete next to my bed. Just in case. You never know. A calculator would make for a great blunt weapon. It might, depending how big of a calculator you got. Really? Yes, I do sleep with a machete next to my bed. Do you want me to show you my machete? While this thins itself out a little bit, I can grab my machete. I don't know if I can show it on YouTube, but I can show you it in the holster. I'm sure the holster would be fine. You know what? Yeah. While that heats back up, let me grab my machete. Do do do. I'm just a goose, but I have a machete. Hua. Hua. Yeah. I keep it next to my bed. The cooking stream's becoming a prepper stream. You gotta stay ready. You gotta stay ready. The machete is part of your country flag. You're not joking. Oh, hey, I mean, it's a great choice of weapon. It's kind of cooler than like stars. How are you gonna fight somebody with stars? Stars and stripes is our flag. You can't fight anybody with that. Ooh, wait a minute. Why does that taste like KFC? I'm really glad I didn't add extra salt, like just table salt, because it is very salty. But okay, I think we can plate. Oof, if I can grab it. We have so much stuff over here, and I have potatoes on my chair, like just baked potatoes. Will this fit on top of there? No. Will this fit over here? Yes. Perfect. Perfect. I have just the right amount of space and totally know what I'm doing. So we're gonna move the chicken back. and we're gonna put a plate, and we're gonna ignore that my plastic plates have knife cuts in them because I eat everything on a plastic plate usually because I'm kind of afraid of dropping a glass plate and breaking it everywhere. We got 1, 2. We're gonna do a 2-piece meal. Make it look pretty, if we can. Move that to the side. Get a clump of potato. That's a lot of potato. Oh my gosh. Okay, what if we move the potato to the middle of the plate? I don't know why it's so thick and pasty, but that's fine. That's fine. And then we're gonna put the chicken like decorative pieces, right? Yes. Okay. And then actually, what if we move this whole thing just back a little bit? Just back a little bit so we can fit the coleslaw on here. Oof. Yeah, the flag itself can be more useful than the stars. Accidentally got a glass plate to break in the microwave once. Oh my gosh. That's so scary. That's so scary when glass breaks. Did you like put it on a cold surface after or something? Or did you just like heat it up too much? Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna scoop this. I didn't bring a proper scoop, but I suppose I can use these tongs. Or not. They're not very big. Okay, we're gonna try to use these tongs. Yeah. And scoop out some of the juice, and we're just gonna put some of that coleslaw right in the middle. Because KFC, baby. And then for the pièce de résistance, we're gonna slather that gravy on the chicken and try not to get too much on our coleslaw because I feel like that would be gross. Oh, you heated it up too much and it broke inside the microwave? Ooh. Ooh. At least it was inside the microwave. I mean, at least it was safer that way than exploding outside. You lost some good burgers. Oh, salute to the burgers. 07. I'm covered in grease. Oh my gosh. I'm not a greasy person, but I'm covered in grease from KFC. Okay. Well, time to know the truth. Did Billie manage to cook her chicken all the way through on stream, not burn down her house, not do anything bad? Where is my fork? Not do anything bad except lose her fork. Tonight we feast. Okay, let's dig in to like the potatoes and gravy over here first, because like we need, obviously. Or should we get a bite of everything? We'll get a bite of everything. Ugh. I didn't bring a knife. And then we'll grab a little bit. I don't know if I can get the coleslaw on this bite. We're gonna try. Okay, we've got a mango bite. Oh. Okay, so I will say, I think I got my seasonings a little wrong in this because it tastes more flavorful than KFC. I'm gonna be honest, but I don't know which spice I added too much of. Maybe the paprika. I might have put like a little bit too much paprika. I think that's it. But the rest of them add up. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get a second opinion. I don't know if I'll be able to get a second opinion, but I'm gonna ask. Mr. Goose, do you want to see if this tastes like KFC? Oh, you're not down here. Oh well. Okay, we can't get a second opinion. Ow, I got caught on the door. Okay. We cannot get the second opinion. He's in the basement, and I'm not going down there. I think it tastes better than KFC. but different. Mm. I think I put too much celery salt in the potatoes. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But it's very good. The coleslaw will definitely be better once it sits overnight, because you really want all those flavors to melt into each other. KFC be stingy on the paprika. Why is Mr. Goose locked in the basement, Billie? I built him a nice little office down there. I built him a nice little home down there. There's the Hotel California. He can check out anytime he likes, but he can never leave. But it's nice down there. I insulated it. We insulated it with carpet. I stapled them to all the walls, so nobody can hear him scream or his really loud record collection. This is really good. Oh my god. I've told people before, I think I've mentioned, I love potatoes. They're my favorite thing ever. I have a lot of Irish descent. So, very good. Potatoes! I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a song about potatoes, but I think I'm getting the pickle song mixed in. You know the pickle song? You know the song, I Just Want to Be a Pickle? It's kind of unrelated to potatoes, but I keep getting that stuck in my head. You love potatoes? He has a Game Boy and a cooler box of Pepsi. He's fine. Oh, he's got a lot of stuff down there. He's got our entire server. And he's got like 47 old computers that are older than me. What else? The record collection. He's got a couple chairs. You know, he's got a place to sit. He should be fine. Look, I figure if I create a containment zone for him, the rest of the house is up for me to decorate. Fun fact, I've painted most of my house pink. What it's like to be married to Billie is living in a pink house. A PC and a chair, he's living like a king. Yeah, exactly. You need to find Japanese mayo to buy. You want to make Japanese potato salad. Ooh. Ooh, I bet that's good. Do you add pickle juice to your potato salad? Because you should. I add a little bit of pickle juice and a little bit of mustard, and oh, it's all good. It's so good. This is I might have put a little bit, just a dash, too much vinegar in, but I think that's because it's not sat all the way through, so it's still a little acidic until it sweetens up. I think I could have used a little more sugar. You do? Yay! Oh my gosh, nobody ever puts the pickle juice in, and I'm like, it's very important. It's very important. And it adds just that little bit of dill and that little bit of tanginess. It's not 3 weeks old, that's the difference. Yeah, that is the difference, because it still tastes like cabbage. And I like my coleslaw to taste like absolute mush. However, this chicken, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, do you eat? Okay. I'm going to share an embarrassing fact with you. I grew up with a dad who cut my meat, right? And so I never cut my meat. I eat it like a meat popsicle. And so I'll be at like a really nice restaurant, and this is how you'll see me eating like a steak. It's just the whole steak on a fork and just like, ah. Not too much, because you actually put a lot of pickle pieces in it. Oh! I've never heard of that, but that sounds really good. Your grandfather did the same for you? Yeah, right. So like, okay. And I appreciate the sentiment, because like, you know, daddy's princess, whatever. But Now I don't know how to cut my meat and I look ridiculous. And it's so good. You know, it wasn't bad enough that he gave me daddy issues by like making me an assigned member of the Dead Dad Club. He had to make it so I looked so silly in restaurants. Oops. Toss that. This is so good. Oh my god. But you know how to cut your meat. I know how to, technically. What's funny is I know how to carve a turkey, but I don't know the proper way to like cut up small things like this, or I just choose not to. Mr. Goose usually cuts up my food for me if I ask. If I'm like, hey, I don't want to cut up this steak. Can you cut it up for me, please? He'll do it. You gotta train him. You want to try the Japanese potato salad because it looks so yummy just by pictures? I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it right now because I'm curious. Hold on, let me grab my keyboard. Oops. Is it this button? I forget how to turn my keyboard lights on. With the ham and cucumbers. Ooh. Ooh. That does look very yummy. That looks like one of those things that is very visually yummy to me, except for I know I'm probably not going to want to eat it, if that makes sense. Like I'm a very picky eater. I'm learning not to be. I'm trying to force myself to eat more things, but I could totally see myself being like, oh, this looks so delicious. It's so colorful, and it just like it appeals to every one of my senses except for taste. Oh, do you like my keyboard? It's pretty. It matches my aesthetic. The meat popsicle. It works. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Okay, well, now I don't really know what to do. I think this was really productive. I feel bad that you're getting like an eating ASMR now. I feel like I'd make gross chewy noises. You think that's just like you love all the ingredients, so it being a mix of everything makes it appealing? See, I'm so picky with my potato salad. Like it has to taste a very specific way. Like it sounds really good. It sounds really good, and I would try it because I'll try anything once. But I don't know. I have that mild hesitation of like, is that one too many ingredients? I think it's the cucumbers. I think it's the cucumbers for me that's like, oh, send you some. We don't mind if it ends up moldy. I don't think you can. I worked in shipping at one point. I don't think you can send food like this. I think it has to be packaged. I know you can't send live turtles. I had a lady call me a bitch and throw a pen at me once because I was like, no, we can't ship your live turtles because they're going to get caught in the conveyor belt. Every single box gets put on a conveyor belt. And then they all tumble over each other. And we're not going to ship your live turtles. Yeah, I've worked a lot of weird jobs. Shipping being one of them. And a lady wanted to ship my some live turtles, and I was like, we can't ship that. The same way I don't think you can ship this kind of food. I don't think you can't ship live turtles. You had that with your granny salad. The things people will try to ship are insane. I'm trying to think of like what the weirdest thing I've had. I had somebody return like a wig and a pair of panties before. It was an Amazon return, and I was like, "Why are you ordering this off of Amazon. Like, there are better places to buy these. I thought this was America. Can't ship turtles. What is this? Well, no, like you can ship turtles through animal shipping services, or if you go to like a hub, like one of the actual main shipping centers, but you can't just go to like a little rinky-dink franchisee place that only has 2 employees and expect them to ship your live turtles. Because first of all, the turtles are just going to sit there for like a long time in our facility before they get to the hub, before they get to the next place. Poor turtles. Who would try that? Who would abuse turtles like that? If it had anything but egg in it, you wouldn't eat it. And then you ate one with pickle and carrots and everything changed. Oh, okay. So my potato salad is usually egg, potatoes, mayonnaise, mustard, pickle juice. What else is in it? I think a little bit of onion. That might be it. A little bland. But I could see carrots being really good in there. So I might have to give that a try sometime. Florida. Yeah. I don't live in Florida. I've been there though. You never put mustard in? That's so good. It's so good. A little bit of mustard seed, or just get some like French's yellow mustard. Okay. I'm almost done with my meat popsicle. It looks so silly, but I didn't bring a knife. Even if I wanted to cut it, I couldn't. Oh my god. You know what's really good? When you have like a cookout, because I'm thinking cookouts now, because pasta salad, potato salad, coleslaw, whatever. But pasta salad is my favorite salad. You'll definitely have to try it. It's so good. It adds just like just a little bit of something. Oh, and celery salt. I don't like celery, but I like celery salt. You eat German mustard and you tell people it's because you're fancy, but it's really just for the little beer mugs it comes in. I get that. I get that. I get some of the fancy mustard sometimes. I'll usually buy like one fancy mustard every few months, and then it'll last in my fridge for like 2 years. I'll get like a Dijon, and then like 6 months later I'll buy a honey mustard, and then a year later I'll be out of the Dijon finally, and I can buy another one. Ooh, it's a lot of food. It's a big chicken tender. I have this thing where my eyes are always bigger than my stomach, and I will load up a plate and then be like, "Oh, Billie, what have you done to yourself? You cannot do this. I still have so much on here. Like I don't think I can eat it. I'm gonna have to give my leftovers to Mr. Goose, which is fine. But sorry, you can see the onion just sitting here on my counter." Okay. Well, this has been a very productive stream, and I've had a lot of fun today. I feel very encouraged because I feel like I don't know, I feel like I completed and achieved something, so it's a nice feeling. But I'm gonna call it here. I hope you guys had fun, and maybe you either learned something or at least you were entertained by me fumbling around trying to fry chicken. Either way, I hope you had a good time. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! Thank you for hanging out with me. A friend of yours makes mountains of food on his plate. Ooh. Ooh. Mountains. Food mountain. Ooh. Have you ever seen that show where they try to not knock over, or do they try to knock over? I forget. There's like a tower of fruit. And I'm pretty sure the show got canceled for food waste. Achievement. Connell is pleased. Yes. Oh my gosh, maybe we'll play the Colonel Sanders visual novel soon. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, why am I in BRB?